Before we get started, I'd like to invite all of the wrestlers from the back. We will be holding a 10-bell salute to honor the memories of wrestling legends Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. We will now begin our 10-bell salute. A moment of silence, please.
What a night here at the world-famous Monster Factory. I am Brian Murphy, joined by world-renowned Wonder Boy Brian Morris, and of course, remembering wrestling legends here tonight, Bray Wyatt, Terry Funk. Certainly gone too soon.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 4 of Total Wrestling Live!
We do have an exciting card here tonight, opening up with a former MFPW heavyweight champion and closing out with his tag team partner.
Is scheduled for one fall.
Our current MFPW heavyweight champion in the main event, but his tag team partner opening up our show against somebody who's really been up and coming. Wouldn't you say, Brian?
If I have to. I mean, we're really starting off with this guy. We're really starting off with two guys that I've had issues with.
Weighing in at 215 pounds, the Broad Street Bully, Jake Manley!
I can see why you might have issues with him.
And you.
The name Bully, it's in the name. It's right there. It's low-hanging fruit. Jake Manley bringing his technical expertise to the world-famous Monster Factory. What was it like being in the ring with a man like that?
It hurt. It hurt, Murphy.
Fair enough.
You should go up and ask him. You should get in the ring right now and see how it feels. What a stupid question by you.
From the Golden House, weighing in at 200 pounds, representing the Golden Era, he is Goldie!
Murphy, you described Jake Manley as having some technical expertise compared to his opponent right there. I don't know if I'd say expertise. He's got some experience. He's got an amateur background. But Goldie's another animal.
Hey, well, you mentioned about stupid questions. Nobody's questioning the prestige that Goldie brings to the ring. Former MFPW heavyweight champion, tag team champion, arena champion, featured recently in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you see already here getting down to some mat wrestling.
Goldie's in a position here at the Monster Factory, and really wherever he goes, where his opponent, it's always his opponent's biggest match, perhaps of his career. So he has to deal with the best that these guys have to offer every single night. There's no night off for Goldie. And again, Jake Manley, this is the biggest match of his career here at the Monster Factory.
Hey, it's a big opportunity. I know he was talking about how excited he was as he's trying to lock in around the legs, now going deciding to take on that arm, taking a couple shots to the back of the head.
It's like a little top wrist lock there, and Goldie able to roll through and break out of it.
I've seen Jake Manley take on all-comers during practices, being willing to scrap with the best of them. And to see Goldie go toe-to-toe with him after what I've seen in his mat wrestling, it's really impressive.
It's a compliment to Manley having a brief time here in the MFPW, already being in the ring, already having an opportunity to make a name for himself against the best we have to offer.
A monkey flip there. You saw Goldie hold on to the wrist, making sure there's not too much distance between him and Manley. Now wrenching down on that shoulder.
Very methodical match early on. Manley has not resorted to his brawling tactics yet. I think that's about to change, though, Murphy.
You're certainly right. He fooled me for a second. That's why you're the guy in the ring.
That's why I am the guy in the ring. That's why these people pay to see me. And Manley doing the smart thing. He can't out-wrestle Goldie on the ground. So how about a nice knee to the sternum?
And when we know that those ribs were a sore spot for Goldie all of last year during his MFPW Heavyweight Championship reign, actually courtesy of Nick Petite once upon a time. You remember that? Your tag team partner laying a steel chair into Goldie's back?
I'm sorry, I'm not too attentive with what you're saying, Murphy. I'm trying to watch this match. I'm fascinated by the crowd that we have here tonight. Some of them behind Manley. I mean, I like it, but usually we see the MFPW faithful being behind Goldie. A beautiful crossbody after 2 leapfrogs.
Well, I think he might have just won them
Point
back.
at me.
Holding on to Manley in the corner now. Big right forearm. You hear the thud, the clap of the impact there. Across the ring now. Whoa. Big Bandera to the outside. Through the ropes and Goldie. Oh, beautiful sunset.
Sunset flip from the apron to the inside. No pin. Instead, Manley rolls through and takes a drop kick for his trouble.
If you're Jake Manley at this moment, are you starting to regret taking this match?
No, I mean, it's a good opportunity for him regardless, but honestly, I was about to say, if I was Jake Manley, I probably wouldn't know where I was after taking a drop kick and some stiff forearms, but again, right back to the midsection.
Well, that's the type of competitor that Jake Manley is. You don't become a bully if you can't take a punch.
I actually think the opposite.
Hey, you got to deal one out,
I think if
too.
you confront a bully, he's not going to be the one that takes a punch, Murphy. Didn't you know this? This is Bully 101.
Would you describe yourself as a bully?
What? How dare you?
I would never say such a thing, and I would never count Goldie out, though Jake Manley in the driver's seat right now, commanding the lead.
The lead? Is this do you have a scoreboard?
Of course. Look,
He's talking about lead. He has control.
Oh! Well, controlling Goldie right onto the top rope. And man, when your full weight is coming down on those cables, he's got to have some bruising after that. He's going to wake up with a big welt.
Having a broken rib is one of the most annoying and painful injuries you can have. It hurts to do just about everything. It hurts to get up. It hurts to walk. It hurts to breathe. And Manley trying to inflict as much pain as possible right now on the former team.
Wow, went for a slingshot or a springboard, but Manley able to reverse it.
Perhaps that springboard knee that he's finished off so many competitors. Manley, to his credit, has done his research.
And you see Manley holding on, flipping through, raining down on punches. You see Goldie tried to get a little bit of control there, and Manley scurried away. Now Goldie tried to fight back and takes just one knee from Manley.
Manley just tossing Goldie around the ring. Oh, wait a minute. Rolling Thunder to his back? No. Oh, goodness.
All your vertebrae cracking all at once. Cover here. Manley for the upset. Not quite.
Flatly, you say upset. I tend to agree with you, but this has been all Jake Manley for the last few minutes.
He has certainly been one of the most impressive upstarts through 2023. One of the top prospects here at the world-famous Monster Factory. I think that's the reason he joined. He saw the crop of competition here, and he's still standing head and shoulders above them. Ouch.
Man.
Well, Goldie still believes that this is his house, the Golden House, but now on the shoulders of Manley.
Oh! On his shoulders down into a gut buster. That'll do the trick. And a senton to follow it up.
Every breath agony, and Goldie still able to power out.
It's one of the best matches I've seen for a long time here, Murphy, especially in terms of when Goldie and Manley are in the ring, and these fans are getting it for free. This is ridiculous.
Hey, that's the type of entertainment you get at the world-famous Monster Factory. Come on down to Paulsboro. See Jake Manley apply all those elbows into the ribs of Goldie, and truly every breath must be agony.
Can't really see what he's got from our angle here, Murphy. Does he have a modified sleeper? I know he doesn't have a body scissors.
He's
Maybe a sort of bear
losing a little
hug?
bit of it as Goldie using those elbows to fight back. Whatever he had no longer in grasp. Goldie stirring to his feet. Manley up first. And look, Goldie's utilizing the ropes to support his weight. Turned the kitchen sink inside out and not quite enough. Drop kick of his own. Manley back into the corner.
Despite all the pain he's in, Goldie's still with the presence of mind to avoid the knee to the gut, flip right over, and turn it into a pinning attempt. And both competitors were off balance. Goldie took advantage, a nice straight drop kick, putting Manley in that corner.
Manley crumpled in a heap at the moment, but starting to will himself up. Meet the challenge. Screaming in the face of his opponent. And now, the Broad Street Bully, the golden child of the Monster Factory, slugging it out. Goldie with the big right hands. How will Manley return? Manley, going back to those ribs.
The damage has been done. All those strikes from Goldie, one after the other, and all it takes is one knee to put him back down. Dragon suplex!
Manley stirring, surely dazed. Ripcord, kick right to the back of the head. We might be seeing that fisherman's suplex. Picture perfect.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, your official winner by pinfall, Goldie!
What a match to start it off tonight.
Jake Manley still looking for that victory. You see the frustration as he shoves off the official, but I don't know how you could not be impressed with his performance here. Both men, absolute superstars, and you hear chants for Goldie. And what a start here for episode 4 of Total Rasslin Live. Several matches coming down the pike. Of course, our main event. Wet Brett Waters, the MFPW heavyweight champion, taking on Mark Raspa Jr.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Now we have seen a change in spirit from the man they used to call the light of all there is.
Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by the God of Death, 65 pounds. He's from the place of living life. He is
Marvelous, accompanied by the god of Dad Bod, and we know these two all too well, Murphy. They have been on nearly every episode of TRL so far. And they are frustrated. They're searching for answers. They have had just about enough of everybody here, whether it's the fans, whether it's the people in the locker room.
Well, they went up against my champs.
Oh, wait a minute. Look out. He's present.
I detest this man. What do you want? Get up. I don't want any trouble. I'm going to voluntarily.
Oh, my goodness.
Because I'm going to be the bigger man.
The god of Dad Bod has just kicked Brian Murphy out of the commentary booth, and this might be the greatest day of my life now. The god of Dad Bod joins us on commentary. I'm gonna let you do the talking here. What's the story with you and Marvelous?
Here's the story with Marvelous and I, all right? You see, you have an incredible athlete competitor who wants to win. You have a piece of garbage like me who wants money and respect. You put two and two together, it's a Coke and Pop Rocks, baby.
Hey.
You drink it and your stomach explodes. Just like that twerp in the ring.
I couldn't have said it better myself. So the interests of you two have aligned in the recent months, but unfortunately, God of Dad Bod, if I may call you that, if that is your real name.
That's my government name because it's my name.
The results of these matches haven't gone in your favor for the most part. Have you tried to switch up your strategy? What's your thought process?
Why would I switch that? Why would I mess with that? If I have a pepperoni pizza, I ain't gonna put sardines on it.
Oh, Marvelous does not want to be finished with Adam Matthews yet. The man who calls himself.
You got it. That's why he wrestles the way he does.
You're right.
Because it has results.
Hey.
Multiple time medallion winner here.
Oh. Marvelous just having his way with the man who calls himself the Rasslin Rocker. Corner drop kick. And we all know what's next, folks.
Oh! Woo! Final Destination 2 logs, baby!
Oh, please let it be over. Oh, no. Oh, no.
They already know, Marvelous.
The double foot stomp from the top. Oh!
Boom! You just got kicked in your chest, son!
Oh, my goodness.
Alright, Morris, you're not on my X list. You're a good dude.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, God of Dad Bod. Wow. What a treat it was to sit next to the mountain of a man known as the God of Dad Bod. And what a treat it was to watch Marvelous absolutely dominate the man who's calling himself the Rasslin Rocker. Oh,
you just watched that. You all here just witnessed that. The man settling on this piece of whoever. That's Marvelous. Shut your trap over there. I'm the God of Dad Bod, chumps. And 2 and 2 together makes 4. September 23rd. All you nerds are going back to school. It's a back to school beating. Shut up. Not only is it back to school beatings, it's the Larry Sharp Memorial Cup. I didn't ask for a response. The only response I want is on September 23rd with myself or Marvelous. Get our hands raised and hold that trophy. And all you people can go home and hold on your hopes and your dreams, because that's all you'll have.
wow. talk about his size. We talk about his impressive.
Oh, no,
Wait a second. Oh no!
No!
Oh my God!
Well, that's exactly why I voluntarily stepped off commentary. I didn't want any of that.
Voluntarily?
I didn't want any of
You
that.
had no choice, Murphy.
The god of dad bod crushing Adam Matthews on the behest of Marvelous. And
We need some help out here.
hey, well, we know now that the two of those men have their sights set on the Larry Sharp Memorial Cup, as you mentioned, back to school beatings,
Unbelievable.
featuring that tournament. And we're not done yet here tonight, even though you would have
We're
thought.
not?
Well, Adam Matthews seems to be done after being.
The ring isn't broken after that?
Liz, I wasn't
Good
sure.
God.
That's why I poked my head out. I wanted to make sure. But you got our main event, Wet Brett Waters versus Mark
Ladies and
Raspa
gentlemen,
Jr.
the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
And it was 2 weeks ago that we saw Christian Darling win the MFPW Arena Championship, only for this man.
And how long did he hold it, Murphy?
270 pounds. He is the MFPW Arena Champion, Xander Alexander.
He held it long enough for Xander Alexander to spoil the party the following evening. At Evolution of Champions, Xander Alexander became the new MFPW Arena Champion.
Well, it was just a matter of time before Xander Alexander got gold around his waist, or in this case, his shoulder, and he finally saw his opportunity against Christian Darling, a man who went through some pretty severe beating just the night before, Murphy. A very heroic performance by him before the Evolution of Champions show. But unfortunately, the pain that he was in, the injuries he may have sustained, caught up to him.
Well, we'll see if luck runs out, if karma catches up to Xander Alexander with his opponent tonight.
From Burlington, New Jersey, weighing in at 180 pounds, Hyena X.
Well, a tough challenge for Xander Alexander, to say the least. Hyena Hex, who's held just about every championship there is to hold here at the Monster Factory. A guy who's been around for quite a while, has the experience advantage, will obviously have the quickness advantage in this match. Xander Alexander has his work cut out for him.
A former MFPW heavyweight champion, supersonic champion, middleweight medallion holder, Hyena Hex has held it all, like you have said.
Yeah, I did say that.
Can he add the Arena Championship to that list? Maybe after tonight, he could potentially be in the contention, knock off the champion?
Shut the hell up, Murphy. I'm trying to listen to these people. You have any idea?
I think they're saying something about his rear end. I think he has
What?
something on
Saying about
his
something
trunk.
about what?
I think Xander Alexander may be neglected to wipe.
No, whoa, hang on. Oh!
Well, Hex promising to wipe the floor with the Arena Champion. Oh. Unless Xander Alexander has something to do with it, reversing into a powerbomb. Oh, able to evade it, but now jockeying for control. Hyena Hex with a basement drop kick to the side of the champion.
Oh! I've been on the wrong end of that. Moonsault, double knee, right to the throat and sternum, it looks like. But Xander Alexander kicking out at 1.
Absolutely forcing up the former MFPW heavyweight champion. But Hex just landing gracefully on his feet. And this, certainly an interesting pairing between a high-flying competitor, somebody with a lot of strength on the other end. Oh! Caught. Big right hand. And now over the...
goodness gracious.
Here. Did you just see the ring rebound?
I've unfortunately been on the receiving end. Not that of a vertical suplex, but the pounce lands on Hyena Hex.
Hex crumbling, flying into the ropes. Now face down, trying to collect himself as Xander Alexander has some words for the Monster Factory faithful, and they got some words for him too.
It's a 3-point stance. Oh! Hyena Hex gets the feet up.
They're trying to draw on that football rugby background, but Hex pulling on the back of Xander Alexander.
Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen this submission hold before. I assume that's what it is. Doesn't look nice to have your body in that position if you're Xander Alexander. Oh, wait a second.
But now, holding Hex up, able to land on his feet. Big enziguri play out of your book. Now calling for it.
What's he
in
calling
position.
For?
Or try to do that patented stomp
No way.
off the knee. Now deadlifting him up. Big power bomb. And Xander successful.
Ladies and gentlemen, your official winner at a time of 2 minutes, 31 seconds, the MFPW Arena Champion, Xander Alexander!
That is a statement made by the Arena Champion, one of the most experienced competitors at the Monster Factory, and he takes care of him in just over 2.5 minutes. Murphy, I don't know what else to say, but wow.
Well, you saw him drape the championship across the chest of Hyena Hex as he was rolling out, almost taunting him, telling him, you have just
almost taunting. Look what he's doing to the crowd. That's all he does.
He has X'd Hex off the list. Christian Darling somewhere surely has to be watching, has to be waiting for his opportunity. But until that time comes, I think Xander's got a lot of names that he wants to cross off. Well, certainly not our last champion to be featured here tonight again. Wet Brett Waters, the MFPW heavyweight champion, to be featured in our main event. But next,
Murphy, if I'm not mistaken, I gotta leave for a second. I got some duties to attend to.
You have a duty here. You gotta man.
Oh, look who's here!
Look who's here! You know what? That's all right. You go do what you need to do. I have the former Supersonic champion.
It's scheduled.
Can we get some sanitary wipes? I don't want to touch where he's been.
Well, we got the former Supersonic champion, Lucas Twitch DeSangro.
The seat's still warm. This is kind of gross.
Introducing first, busting the ring by Chris Desmond, weighing in at 200 pounds from Gloucester City. He is the Focus, representing world-renowned Nick Petite.
This is what Brian Morris had to go do. This is what he had to leave the booth for.
I would have stayed in the booth, in fairness, but you know. What are you going to do?
Well, Nick Petite, certainly impressive in recent weeks here, getting that code breaker on Adam Matthews. Did you see the way that Adam
yes, I did.
flew across the ring? I gotta recognize the talent, even if I don't agree with them, even if I don't agree with John Alba.
No, you have a point. Oh, I certainly don't agree with John Alba. And anybody in their right mind wouldn't agree with John Alba. And I'm not exactly in my right mind. Now am I? Flatly.
I think you do all right, Twitch. I think you do all right.
Yes, and I have the medication to prove it. Anyway. Also, he's from Gloucester. I thought he was from Dallas. Well, how many residencies does Nick Petite have?
Hey, he's a man by many names, a man by many locations, but this man from Mexico itself.
Yes.
From Querétaro, Mexico, he is the Wolf of Mexico, Silver Lobo!
I'll be honest, from what I've seen of Silver Lobo, I like it. I respect the hustle, I respect the heart, the passion even. Wears his heart on his sleeve, and that's something I can absolutely admire about Silver Lobo. And the crowd as well, we're getting a huge chant.
Now, I didn't know you once upon a time when you started here at the world-famous Monster Factory, but I know that you can relate to the hustle. I know that you can relate to the work ethic, and that's something that Silver Lobo has always brought to the table. He's always willing to fight. Is he willing to put it all on the line against Nick Petite, though?
I mean, every time you step into that ring, you have to give it everything you have. There is, to quote Mobb Deep, there is no such thing as halfway crooks. And it's just, from the moment this kid walked into the Monster Factory, I knew that he wanted this very, very bad.
Well, you can see the Monster Factory faithful admiring him for it, and look at the speed.
That's the thing, you never want to underestimate your opponent because, I mean, Nick was doing a little dance, he was having fun, he thought this was going to be a cakewalk tonight, and almost got pinned by Silver Lobo.
Well, I have never seen Lobo exhibiting this much speed, but Nick Petite, starting to get a little bit of advantage.
Nick Petite is no slouch, and this man is a former two-time tag team champion. To gain it once is no easy feat. To gain it twice, as much as I dislike World Renowned, they are a group of very well-oiled competitors. A well-oiled machine. Well, it's wrestling, so they're also oiled.
Well, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. While I don't agree with John Alba, I understand why he chose these three men. I understand why you chose Christian Rocco too, my champion and yours. But these three bring a cohesive unit to the table, and individually as well. We have seen them prosper.
Chris Desmond, in his own right, had a very, very impressive run as the middleweight medallion holder. I mean, Brian Morris, though he was unsuccessful, I might add, did challenge for the Supersonic Championship, both when I and the current champion, Miranda Vanette, held the title.
Oh, and how about this neck breaker that Nick Petite just busted out?
Yeah, I mean, you land in the wrong spot. Oh! And he's going to work on the back and the neck area. And someone who has had trouble with my neck recently, it's no joke.
Certainly not. You see Silver Lobo reaching for that back as he escapes to the corner, trying to fend off the onslaught of the Focus.
And he rolls out of the way, and Nick Petite needs to stay focused. You cannot.
Oh!
A beautiful drop to hold. You cannot allow any margin for error.
Big snap on that. Now going through for the pin, cover, and not quite.
Beautiful maestro pin. I mean, his technique is just every week. Oh! Sorry. Caught me off guard. I didn't mean to blow out your eardrums there, Brian.
No, I think the chop peaked the mics. I think that's what that was. And now landing flat on his face.
A gourd buster. What's he going for?
Oh! To the back of the head, and this is the most hard-hitting I've seen Nick Petite ever.
Yeah, he can barely even tap out. He was half conscious. Look, Silver Lobo has nothing to be ashamed of. As wrestlers, you win, you lose, but he gave it everything that he had, and that's just egregious. Shoving the ref. Oh, this is just okay. This is just excessive.
I'm getting Lex Luger versus Yokozuna SummerSlam vibes right here.
It's just
I'll tell you what,
unnecessary. There's no reason for this.
I have never seen.
This is what I can't stand. The lack of humility within World Renowned. They've accomplished so much in just their just a short amount of time, but you can't let it go to your head.
I have never seen Silver Lobo compete like that before. The quickness, the snappiness. I see the hard work paying off, but man, Nick Petite, he was violent tonight.
Yeah, look, Silver Lobo has nothing to be ashamed of, and here he comes again. All right, fine.
No, can we keep Twitch? Can we keep Twitch? You can manage the next guy. Fair enough.
By 1 fall.
Oh man, and when you hear those drums roll, you know you're in for a classy time.
You're welcome, Murphy. I'm back to save this show. Hopefully,
the assistant guaranteed.
it's a very long intro. Hopefully, nobody stopped watching because of what was sure to be some awful commentary by Lucas Twitch to Xander. How'd he do? I don't care how he did. I'm back. That's all that matters. This show's all about me and world renowned. Did you see what Nick Petite just did?
I was telling Twitch, it was violent. I certainly don't know how you couldn't have focus on Nick Petite in that moment entirely. But how about we turn our focus over to the assistant, Michael Z, claiming to be part of the victimship. No. He is saying that he is a victim of a conspiracy. Have you seen a conspiracy here?
Yes, I have.
You
know I'm the wrong person to ask about this.
Well, of course, the assistant to former champion Max Sterling.
She is the ever-sexy
Ruby O'Connor, we've seen take on the likes of Marvelous as of late.
Oh, yeah.
And I suppose she's in on the conspiracy, too.
Everyone's on the conspiracy. Well,
are you in on it?
Tell me about this conspiracy. Tell me about it.
To the belief of classy Max Sterling
Yes.
and the assistant Michael Z, they believe there's a conspiracy on the behest of the Monster Factory higher-ups, of the other main event level talents, to keep them down.
To keep them from getting the title shots that they deserve?
Hey, I won't say
what
they
you
don't
mean?
deserve title shots, but I think these shots gotta be earned.
Mike, don't turn
and
your
it looks
back.
like Ruby O'Connor's about to earn an early victory over Michael Z. Schoolgirl roll-up, and just a second
Gracious.
away. And now rolling him up once again, small package, and not quite enough. Mike Z flailing, going in for a clothesline. Crucifix here. Can she get it? And she does.
No.
Cover. Not enough.
Max would be so upset. Max would be so upset if any one of those were 3, but that super kick surely put a smile on his face.
Well, Mike Z demanding respect. Mike Z laying in to his opponent, Ruby O'Connor, and how the momentum has changed.
Boop him, the chant. The chant is for a boop.
They want the boot.
Oh! How about a snap suplex? How about that? Will that suffice?
The cover here by Mike Z, not quite enough.
Ref, I don't know.
Taking just a second there, able to live to boop another day. And you can hear the Monster Factory faithful getting behind.
Conspiracy.
Hey, they recognize the hustle of the likes of Silver Lobo.
No, that's not even
Ruby
it.
O'Connor.
No. No, it's a conspiracy.
Oh no! There it is! Devastating, sending Mike Z to the mat. Trying to go for it again. And all the momentum comes crashing down along with Ruby O'Connor. I swear every time he says it, it gets bigger and bigger.
It doesn't matter who's in the ring against Mike Z or Max Sterling. This crowd will get behind them. That's all the proof you need of this conspiracy. Oh!
Crashing down into the mat, the mic drop, and another victory for Mike Z.
Incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by pinfall at an official time of 2 minutes, 30 seconds, guarantee, Mike Z!
And how can you claim that there's a conspiracy now? Look at that pinfall, that victory for Mike Z.
In spite of all the odds stacked against Mike Z. He has how many people in here? 100 or so rooting against him, and he still comes out on top. That's a hero. That's a heroic performance by Mike Z.
I think a heroic performance from both competitors. Certainly Ruby O'Connor getting that boop in, able to still step up to Mike Z, but nonetheless the assistant victorious here this evening. But who will be victorious in our main event when the MFBW heavyweight champion Wet Bread Waters takes on Mark Raspa Jr. Mike got booped. I will say it is mysterious how the
Ladies and gentlemen,
peak
are you
moment
ready
of his music got cut out.
for our main event of the evening?
I'm like Charlie Day putting the strings in between everything on that. What's that show called? Always Sunny and wherever that is.
That is the championship eliminator match.
Murphy, I dare you to tell me what a championship eliminator means. I dare you.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Mark Raspa Jr. can pin the champion, he gets a championship match of his own.
But
Introducing the Woodbury High School jersey, weighing in at 160 pounds, Mark Raspa Jr.
And what an ovation for Mark Raspa Jr. I think Mark is part of this class, along with the likes of Tyson McQuaid, along with the likes of Jake Manley, that are really showing their ability to scrap, to really just get in there, do some mad wrestling, some technical wrestling, take it to that next level.
well, I have a personal issue for Mark Raspa, so throw the unbiased commentary out the window.
His opponent.
But I will say the crowd firmly behind him. And after the entrance of our champion, I'll explain to you the real stipulations of this match.
Representing the Golden Era, weighing in at 200 pounds, he is the reigning, defending MFBW heavyweight champion, Mike
Murphy, since you're so soft-skulled and don't know the stipulations...
Hey.
Whoa,
Smooth
don't
brain.
interrupt me.
Smooth brain.
Smooth brain?
Yes.
You're dumb is
Continue.
my point. You're stupid
Continue.
is my point. My point is that, yes, you got half of it right. Mark Raspa, if he can beat the champion tonight, he gets a title shot at that very championship. The very championship that's within arm's reach of us right now. But, and this is a big but, Murphy, if he loses tonight, he can never challenge for the heavyweight title again as long as Wet Bread is champion.
It seems like a fair stipulation. It sounds like the house is on his side. You would have thought that we traveled to Canada, to Bizarro Land.
What?
And this is not the typical reaction we get in a Wet Bread Waters match, but nonetheless.
No, it's crazy that the guy from Philly has people here rooting for him. It's wild.
Hey, Wet Bread Waters is a Jersey guy. He's also a technical wrestler cut from a similar cloth of his tag team partner, Goldie. He was successful earlier tonight. Will Wet Bread also be successful?
Holding on to that wrist lock. Let me talk. I'm the wrestler here. Let me explain
we were saying
it.
the same thing.
What do you owe me?
My dignity.
A Coke or something? Oh, okay, I'll take that too. There's not much left. Technical wrestling early on. Wet Brett with a nice heel trip and a rear waist lock. And a nice takedown. Wet Brett is way ahead on points right now.
Absolutely holding on to that waist now, trying to worm his arms through. Mark Raspa Jr. in a very vulnerable position. Bridging up, though. Can he break the lock?
Good job by Raspa, technically breaking the hands, feeding his arm through and taking the back of Brett. But Brett holding onto the rope and an arm drag.
And look at the snap, the torque on that arm drag. Raspa absolutely crashing into the mat. Now his arm, Brett threatening to tear it out of the socket.
Referee right there in position. Never thought I'd compliment this referee, but he is in position.
Oh, Mark Raspa Jr. in position too. Able to make it to that rope. Great ring awareness, but Brett Waters taking a moment.
Yeah, Wet Brett not liking the fans not being on his side. I haven't seen that side of him in quite a while.
Oh, Brett reaching down on the head of Mark Raspa Jr. Able to fight his way back up to his feet, and Mark sent crashing into the turnbuckle. Brett sending him across the ring, but up and over goes Raspa, reversed on the hip toss, lands on his feet, and big cross body! Cover, and not enough!
Wet Brett has seen that move before. His partner Goldie has done it, and now on the receiving end.
Trying to go for that weighted DDT, but too much weight behind Wet Brett. We've seen him in the gym. One of the best physiques here at the world-famous Monster Factory. That's why he's the champion, but Mark trying to use his body like a weapon, gets caught though.
Distinct power advantage on display from Brett. Oh!
TKO.
That's right, TKO, a Samoan drop clutch into a cutter of sorts.
Cover. Mark able to live to fight another day. You can hear the reaction. How much the Monster Factory faithful are willing him on. They want him to have that championship match.
Let me tell you, Murphy, from experience, when you expect a crowd to treat you one way and you come out and they treat you in some way that you weren't expecting, it messes with your head. And I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the MFPW champion. I don't care if it's your first match. It has an effect on you, and we've already seen that effect. Brett saying that it's had an effect. He's acting differently. He's maybe doing things he wouldn't normally do in there. And if Raspa can take advantage, the champion might be in trouble.
I think you could see him wince there for a second when that kick out came, knowing that he has to continue to trudge on.
That's right.
To fight this uphill battle against not only Mark, but this crowd.
Yeah.
Brett catching the foot, tries to go for a chop, doesn't quite get it, and now Raspa sending off the champion, reverse twice over. Oh! Caught him with the clothesline in the corner. Up to the top, Wet Brett trying to get his bearings. Cross body and a high spot at that. Oh! Contention to the referee, but I think that was not quite enough.
I don't think it was. The crowd wants 3 in the worst way, and Mark Raspa wants 3 in the worst way. The biggest opportunity of his young career so far.
Now injecting life into Paulsboro. Raspa summoning the spirits. But Brett Waters has other plans. DDT and a vicious one. Now bringing him back to the center of the ring. Raspa with a violent fall. Still kicking.
I wish I could say I'd be able to kick out of that tornado DDT, a vicious one. Put on by Wet Brett Waters, something that we've seen recently in his matches. I believe he's put a few people away with that move. And now you see the aggression. This is what I'm talking about, Murphy. We haven't seen this style of wrestling from Wet Brett Waters in quite a while, but tonight the crowd's against him, and he feels backed into a corner.
Hey, just a few months ago, we saw him out here with a rubber ducky inflatable inner tube.
That's right.
With water wings. I don't see that guy right now. I see somebody willing to defend his championship with not only his body, his blood, his sweat, his tears, but all of that from Mark Raspa Jr. too.
Wet Brett Waters relishing in this moment. You know, it's pretty sweet to win when the crowd's behind you. It's even sweeter to win when the crowd is against you and you can shut all of them up. And Brett hasn't had an opportunity to do that in quite a while.
And maybe it's something that could be a feather in his cap, you know, something to really jolt him forward in this title reign. But now being pushed forward into the turnbuckle. Drop kick from Raspa, didn't quite get all of it. Trying to go for that clothesline. Not able to bring the champion down. Goes for it. But now, Sling Blade. Raspa in fuego.
What does that mean?
It means he's on fire.
Oh, he's on fire!
Put him out. Well, Wet Brett
That's
Waters,
appropriate for the match, because Wet Brett, you know, because he's, right? All right,
and
anyway.
trying to extinguish the flame that Raspa has set here.
Oh, shoulder breaker!
Deep cover, really hooking the leg and not getting it.
An absolute textbook shoulder breaker from Wet Brett Waters. The camera might not have had a good angle, but we certainly did.
I'm glad we did.
Caught Raspa's attempt at perhaps a jumping DDT and turned it right into a textbook shoulder breaker.
Listen to this crowd,
It's
the
incredible.
Monster Factory faithful for this main event on Total Rasslin Live. Up goes Raspa. Hurricane Rana. Second signs of life, and now DDT. Not going, going for the cover now. Rolling over the champion. New #1 contender. Raspa, a heartbeat away.
Oh no. Raspa looking to put him away. He's taking too much time. Stay on him. Get on top of him, Mark.
He's a Philly boy. He's got the Super Bowl numbers tattooed on his thigh. Fly, Eagles, fly. No. Lands on his feet, rolls through. Wet Brett, able to break the strike. Striking combination of his own. Now, with the clothesline, ducked, enziguri! This is the main event of Total Rasslin Live, Episode 4, Mark Raspa Jr. Championship Eliminator match against the heavyweight champion, Wet Brett Waters. Up to the top rope he goes again. Connects! Oh!
I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. I'm trying to do my job here and talk about this, but I am a fan just like everybody else right now.
And man, I'll tell you what, Mark Raspa Jr. is making me a believer. He might have it in him to knock off the champion. Up onto the shoulders kick, right, get it. Waist lock. Brett trying to will up maybe a German suplex, but now back elbows from Raspa. Going through, off the ropes, O'Connor roll, cover, and close one once again, but now locking up the arm, the leg, the whole body of Raspa, tied in a pretzel, and that's a tap.
Ow!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission at an official time
predicament for Wet Brett Waters. What does this mean for the champion moving forward?
It has to be a boost of confidence to Wet Brett Waters, not only defeating one of the most promising prospects at the Monster Factory, but doing it in front of basically a hometown crowd for Raspa.
And a sign of respect, a fighting champion nonetheless. And what a moment for Mark Raspa Jr. as well. Thank you for joining us for episode 4 of Total Rasslin Live. Join us next week. What a night for this young competitor. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for helping us remember Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next time on Total Rasslin Live.